Karunanidhy Garu,
Yeah.
thank you very much for a very valuable speech, lecture with vast information in a short span of maybe half an hour or so. You have given so much information to all of us. Thank you very much for this. Yes, all the intellectuals who are attending. I hope. And now I invite any of the participants to please raise any queries, or if you would like to give any suggestions also, you can please kindly speak on any queries that can be just asked to Karunanidhy Garu.
Sir, it is Dr. M.A. Malik.
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah. Sir, it's okay. The legal fight in the judiciary will go. But the thing is, unless it will reach the masses and agitation takes place, I don't think government will withdraw it.
Yeah.
So what are your inputs for the educating the mass? Because it is only understood by the educated section only. It is very hard to convince the mass for the agitation in this area. Please simplify it to educate the mass and making them to come out of the homes. Please, sir.
Yeah, actually, that is what I was focusing that also. That is, apart from our legal battle, we should create the public opinion. That is always good. That is what Periyar did all his throughout his life. You please mute everyone and allow me to start, because some disturbance is there. So we have to focus on the public opinion also, for which we have to take simple messages only. So because the supporters of this reservation, they say it is to all the caste. That is what they are creating a situation. They are giving any false information. It is not like that. It is very clear that is only to the upper caste. Particularly, it will help the Brahmins only, because your criteria of 8 lakhs, all these things will benefit them also. And they are already on the ladder for so many years. And their other, their brothers or relatives, everybody is in the top level positions. So they can only occupy this 10% major. But here and there, some people may get it, but then that is very negligible. So the majority beneficiary is again the upper caste, particularly the Brahmins, number one. So it is not to poor, it is only to the so-called the name of economically weaker sections. Again, they want to dominate. Number two, we have to tell that this reservation is going to affect the entire majority sections of the population. In the sense, our SC, ST, OBC, they constitute nearly 85% of the population of this India. So if you bring this economic criteria, then naturally the concept of reservation policy is not to address this economic issue. It is about our social status. Whether I am rich or poor, in this country, by birth, I am treated in a particular community where it has got its own criteria about my status and other things. If you want to remind our friends, what happened to our Babu Jagajjeevan Ram? He was the Defense Minister of India. He was also Deputy Prime Minister of India. He is a rich person, knowledgeable person. He went to Banaras Hindu University to unveil the statue of Sampurnanand through remote. He didn't even touch that statue. But after he went away, the entire Brahmin students and other people, they said it has been it has become impure because Babu Jagajjeevan Ram has unveiled that statue. They conducted various rituals by which the purity is being brought. This is what happened to Babu Jagajjeevan Ram, who is a scholar, who is a rich person, who is also a minister. Like that, I can quote so many. So here, by birth itself, your status is decided in this country. It is not my denial of education historically was not basis of my economic thing. Whether I am rich or poor, I am denied because I am a Sudra in the by Manohar. So we have to explain that this economic criteria totally will become totally against the interests of the SC, ST, OBC. So we are fighting this case. If we want social justice, by social justice only, various measures have been taken. Today, whatever we are today is because of the social movement. Because otherwise, whatever forefathers were being, the same will have continued for us also. So if you remove the social justice class, then again we will go back, generations will go back to the pre-independence days, where we will be denied everything. That is what they are doing. This is not mere 10% reservation. They have got other areas also. They have got a national education policy. You can see from that how they have totally removed. There is no word about reservation policy in the education policy. You can go through that. There is no mention about reservation. That is what they say. They have coined a new word, disadvantaged sections. There is no explanation about that. So like that, they have cleverly bringing that new education policy. So through education policy, our entry in various streams is being rejected or stalled. You cannot go beyond certain stage. They are conducting every level. There is an entrance test. Next year onwards, even if you pass MBBS, you cannot go PG course by marks alone. They are going to introduce a test called text. Only by that, if you pass, you are eligible for PG. Otherwise, you have to remain as an MBBS. So who will go? Who will be able to succeed? Those who can afford for coaching. So like me, again another coaching for next. Likewise in the education policy, after 12th, you cannot go for graduation. There is another test called common entrance examination like NEET. If you pass that only based on the mark only, you can apply to some colleges. So like that, our people belonging to SC, ST, OBC will be deprived. So all these are combined factors. They have put one block one side, other side they are bringing 10%. So like that, they are fixing so many. What I can say, they have so many blocks which will affect the OBC, SC, ST. So like that, we have to explain to the people. Let us go to the various areas. You bring small leaflets in your languages so that the common man will address. But before that, the political parties have to be awakened because it is they who supported that. They have to be informed. What you have done in the parliament is against social justice. You have done injustice to us. So you have to again go to the parliament and say that it should be removed. This economic criteria is wrong. So another thing which I have not mentioned in my speech was this 50% ceiling. All along, these backward classes have been restricted to 27%. Based on 50% ceiling only. Otherwise, Mandal report says we are 52%. It has been restricted to 27%. Today, for 10% EWS, they have exceeded 50%. That person also raised it. One of the judges says this applies only to OBC, SC, ST. It is not applicable to EWS. That means EWS today it is 10%. You can increase 20%, 30%. Your OBC 27% permanent, 15% permanent, is 7.5% permanent, irrespective of your numbers of population. So this is what the judgment says. So what we are going to do that? So you tell your MPs, you tell the political parties, this is the judgment, whether you are supporting that. You say inadequate representation for us. For EWS, there is no inadequate representation clause. What is your answer on that? Then only they will get affected. So our main aim is, apart from the public, our concentration to be to the members of the parliament, to the political parties. We have to put these questions to them. Then only they will be able to understand the seriousness. Then only we can succeed.
Yes.
Sir, I am Sudarshan Rao. Can I just intervene for a couple of minutes, expressing my own doubts and something?
You're good.
Mr. Chairman.
Please introduce yourself once again, sir.
Sir, good evening to all of you. Good evening to Dr. G.Karunanidhy garu and all others, especially to the All India OBC Employees Federation and all our friends. Good evening to you all. I am Professor Sudarshan Rao from Usmania University, Hyderabad. Retired professor. Actually, there are, I think what I really wanted to express before you, I don't want to take your time, lot of time, but this particular judgment of, upholding the 10% economically weaker sections reservation has really disturbed our mindset.
Yeah.
Now, what we were really been looking at it is, so I, personally, of course, it's my opinion that, whether there is an erosion in the spirit of social justice that is really been retained in the Indian Constitution, or it is, the erosion is now taking place by, upholding this 10% reservation quota by the Supreme Court. This was exactly, sometimes I feel disturbed. I think something is going wrong and then the second aspect is the logical and humanistic approach of a common man and the logic and, the similar kind of rational approach of the judges sitting in the Supreme Court to uphold this, this particular reservation. The logic is logic always, but do they really differ from people to people? I think logic should be the same wherever either X person or Y person should be the same thing. But we are looking in the logic and humanistic approach, social justice approach, why it was not really prevailing on them. That one, another doubt I always, feel. The another aspect what I was just looking is the personal philosophies and then the mindset of the people sitting in the bench. I think, do they really prevail in delivering the judgments? I think this is another kind of things, because, we look at the, the honorable courts that, they will be really delivering the real justice. But now with this, we are feeling that, is it personal notions, impressions and affiliations? Are they really also prevailing while delivering judges? There are no SC, ST, BC or minority person on the bench. Was it really a criteria? Since, there was nobody to safeguard our interest, probably, things can go in one way, in the one direction. Though there were a kind of, what you can really say is, there is a kind of, what I said, they did not really, support this. They have really deferred it. But then it was only 3 by 2, 3 persons supported and 2, declined, that kind of thing. But then still it came out.
Yes, sir. So
Sir, 1 second. Sir.
What is the question, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what I really feel is that.
So please conclude.
Please. 1 second, sir. 1 second. Sir, when we are all bothered about this, how to really see that the government or others, then they can really take it back and see that economically weaker sections, this 10% is not a justified thing that we have to really, prevail on, probably not only through the media, not only by educating the people, but probably I think we may also have to approach our own, people's representatives at different levels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that could be one way. We have to probably impress upon them. We have to really convince them to somehow to oppose this. I think that could be one way. Probably the government will be able to try to listen to us.
Yes, sir.
That's one thing. I also really think that, because they're a very learned, the members are on the, this particular, webinar or meeting. Sir. Now, what I feel is, we have to really, some course literature that has to really come into the, media. Then I think it will be the essence will be really communicated to many. Many will really ask for. I think I don't take. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chairman. I think probably I have taken a little time. Thanks, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because already you can see from the judgment or Pardiwala, he has clearly stated that how long we will have this. As the larger percentages of backward class members attain acceptable standards of education and employment, they should be removed. from the backward categories, so that the attention can be paid toward those classes which genuinely need help. It is very much necessary to take and review the method of identification and the ways of determination of backward classes. Ascertain whether the criteria adopted or applied for the classification of backward is relevant for today's conditions. This was the judgment. And he further says that the idea of Baba Sahib Ambedkar was to bring social harmony by introducing reservation for only 10 years. It has been continued past 7 decades. Reservation should not continue for an indefinite period of time so as to become vested. So with due respect to Pandiwala sir, I would like to inform you people that this 10 years reservation ceiling is only for reservation in legislative assembly and parliament, not even for local bodies. For employment and education, there is no fixed 10 years like that. So a judge is giving, a Supreme Court judge is giving a judgment like this. We can't say anything about that because it may lead to other, they may say we are personally against it. It is not that. The observation by the judge is not correct. Because the very same judge in 2015, when he was a judge in Gujarat High Court, he said that there are 2 diseases in this country. One is corruption and another is reservation, for which impeachment proceedings was brought in by the parliament also. So as our Subrabha has said that we don't have a representation in the Supreme Court of India. So we have to simultaneously demand reservation judiciary in the High Courts and Supreme Court of India. So as he said that we have to impress upon our legislators, and we have from the Federation have already written to Prime Minister that this reservation, this judgment has attacked the SC, ST, OBC on 2 counts, 50% ceiling and inadequate representation. So we have demanded the government to file a review petition on this portion of the judgment also. So on this, like this, we can approach all these MPs and say that these are the points which have been given in the judgment, which is going to affect the entire social justice. As you belong to this OBC, SC, ST, you have to fight in the parliament. Like that, we have to go as a delegation and inform them. This is one part. That is what I can say at that time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Any more questions?
Hello?
Yes.
Is it audible?
Yeah.
Myself, Bill Srinivas. I'm pursuing PhD at NIT Karnataka, Suratkar. Actually, I am also thinking to do something for the OBC 2020. I am trying to educate the people here. Actually, that law will be making to poor people away from the education, and this NEP 2020 will be going to deemed university and encouraging the private universities much more compared to the government universities.
Yeah.
In lot of IIIT 2017 bill, that will be public-private partnership also. After that, the fees is all increasing very huge amount. That will be making to the people struggle. I need data from you, sir. How it will be going to I know little bit. I'm just now reading. I need data from you. How it will be going to impact on the education system much. And how many students are, I have death data of the IITs and IIIT, how many SC student OBC data and the professors list also I have. I need more data. How many students left from the IITs and NITs?
Yeah, as per the government of India, in Parliament, the minister said that nearly 1,610 students have left out from the IIT, IIM like that, from OBC alone. Likewise, similar number is there from SC/ST. That is what the minister has told the Parliament. When the MPs were asking the reason for that, he was not telling the real reason. They said due to the economic condition, or they are not able to cope up with the studies, they are leaving on their own. It is not so. People are coming with a lot of hopes only. With a lot of aspirations, they are coming there. They have passed the test, which is the toughest test in this country. And when they enter into the campus, they feel that they are alien to that campus. They feel they are living in a separate island where they have become a minority, whereas outside they are the majority. Inside the campus, they feel they are the minority, and there is no support for them in case of their distress. So they feel neglected, they are coming out. So all these things are also reported by our Professor Thorat also in his recommendations. When similar incidents happened in AIMS also in 2007-8 like that. So all these things are, thank you.
I need the data, sir. If you have data,
Yeah, whatever it is, let me try and provide.
My mail ID.
Sir, I want to speak few words. I am Ranjan Kumar Gupta from Patna, Bihar. I am ex-banker. Actually, sir, I salute your struggle from South. Actually, in North India, your presence requires politically and socially. Because in North India, at what level the struggle should come forward, actually it is not coming. Because you people are always struggle since long. I know very well that message is not coming here in North India. So political party, DMK and other political party which are stationed at Tamil Nadu, the leaders should stationed here frequently, and you people should come on or Bihar and lead the mass, because legally you are struggling, and you are going to review for Supreme Court and paying for the 9 benches. You are correct, sir. I salute you. The last message that unless the Dravidian movement is not coming to the North India, I think the fate of the OBC, the fate of the downtrodden will not come up. So I request you, sir, and request DMK political parties as a citizen of the Bihar, as a citizen of India, that you should come here to lighten the OBC people of the Northern India, not the people of Bihar. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Gupta. Actually, now we had a all-party meeting also on this judgment by our Periyar movement, Dravida Kalagam. Our respected leader Veeramani sir, he arranged an all-party meeting where it was decided that the parties have to file a review petition. Apart from that, it has been decided to have meetings at various centers in Tamil Nadu. And this matter also came up that you should go to North also. So preparations are on to, when the session parliament comes, I think that some process will take place where we are going to involve the parties who are immediately supporting to social justice at various centers like Patna, Lucknow, like that Maharashtra, Pune, like that we want to have various seminars or whatever programs which they decide. That is also on the cards. So we are on the job.
Welcome, sir.
So we are on the job. We are on the job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, hats off.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sir. Namaste, sir. Sir, I want to know why the concept of creamy OBC layer has been introduced into the Constitution. I mean, in the Constitution, creamy OBC layer. Why it has been introduced? What is the concept behind it? What is correlating with this one?
Actually, sir, that creamy layer was actually when the case was before the 9 judges bench, the matter was on only 2 GOs. One GO issued by VP Singh, providing 27% for OBC. Another GO issued by PV Narasimha Rao government to provide 10% economically poor sections. These are the two GOs challenged. So the judges were expected whether the GOs are valid or not. But the 9 judges bench went beyond that and has taken the overall view of the reservation policy, in particular to the backward classes, and to one point on scheduled caste also, that promotion reservation for SC/ST will be only for 5 years. Already they were having reservation promotion. The Indra judgment said it should be only for 5 years. That means from the date of judgment, 16th November 1992, it will end on November 1997. So immediately Parliament was convened on 1995. They made an amendment 16(4)(a) to restore that reservation promotion to nullify the Supreme Court judgment. But in respect of the backward classes, the judges, majority of the judges say that these backward classes are having some advanced sections also among them. They should be excluded. There was no prayer for that, but they were on their word. They created a word called creamy layer, And because of the majority judgment, that also came into effect. One of the judges from Tamil Nadu, Justice Ratnavel Pondian, strongly opposed the concept of creamy layer. He said this is against the constitution and we have no business to deal with this. These are all the state policies. Our job is whether this GO is valid or not. He was giving a very good judgment. If people can read those judgments, it is available in the website also. ncbc.nic.in, Supreme Court judgment is available. Please go through the portion of the Ratnavel judgment. It will be very much interesting and very informative and knowledgeable. So, these nearly 6 judges, they brought in the concept of creamy layer, and it has come since the judgment has come. The national government immediately they fixed a committee, expert committee, 15 days. They identify criteria. That is group A. If a person is entering group A, he is a creamy layer. If husband and wife is group B, they are creamy layer. Like that, they have fixed a criteria, and it has come to some extent today that any officer who has joined the public sector undertaking in banks also is called a creamy layer. That kind of nonsense has happened today. That is why Tamil Nadu opposed creamy layer from the beginning. Today, you must know that entire country, in all the states, even for state government positions, creamy layer is applied, except Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu opposed that. It said we will not implement. Supreme Court gave a direction. Then the government said they rejected the Supreme Court direction and implemented the non-creamy, this creamy layer concept was totally rejected. That kind of social movement is not available in the North India. The Periyar movement, the Dravidian movement is here to protect the interests of the backward classes, scheduled caste, tribes, minorities. Such social movement is not there. That is why the political parties, for the vote share, they adopt different methods at every stage. At one time, they will speak about backward classes, and another time, they will speak about the upper caste. So there is no continuity on social. That is the main difficulty we are facing today. So the creamy layer concept was invented by the Supreme Court and implemented by the government.
Yes. Any other questions? Anyone else?
5 minutes.
Yes,
5
please.
minutes.
Any other questions?
I think.
Hello, Chandra.
Okay.
Chandra will give.
May I audible, Rafi sir?
Yeah, you are audible, Chandra Garu. You are audible.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Karunanidhy sir, on behalf of OBC Mahasabha for your elaborated speech. Learn a lot from your. We OBC Mahasabha will continue with you, and thank you one and all. This meeting is concluded.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all, friends.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We will be in touch with you. Thank you, sir.
We will meet again somewhere.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Thanks a lot.
Jai Bhim, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jai Bhim, Maharaj. Jai Pule, Jai Bhim.
Right.
Sir, we may call you to Hyderabad directly, sir, for direct meeting. Please accept.
Yeah. Okay. If dates are available, I will certainly come.
Yeah, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Participants.
Okay.
Thank you, all of you. On behalf of OBC Mahasabha.
Thank you for holding this meet. Thank you all.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you organizers, including Mallesham sir, Chandraya and other OBC.
Thank you very much, sir. Andarki dhanyavadalu.
Thank you, Karunanidhy sir, once again.
Thank you very much. Okay. Shall I leave?